Good day everyone, Les here from BG Trading and I hope you are well. Today is December 6, 2023 and we're going to be talking about lithium stocks. Obviously the leading lithium stocks, also about lithium price and what's going on with this sector of the market that keeps on falling. We're going to cover some of the leading lithium stocks chart formation, including Pilbara, ALLKEM. We're going to go to core lithium as well. And a couple of speculative stocks that should not take much of a hit from the current dooming lithium prices, as those two stocks are speculative and they could well outperform the sector in the next few weeks. Let's have a look. I just want to remind you, this is not a financial advice, it's just us from BG Trading, sharing with you how we apply our strategies to chase 20 to 40% within a 1 to 3 month lead time together with our VIP members. So if you like the content, please subscribe the channel and also share this video with someone that you believe would be interested. I also like to invite you to become a member of our free Facebook community, Buy, Grow and Sell Strategy for Share Traders. We post a lot of great quality content, some of our results, we open some discussions with members about potential buying opportunities, stocks that could rise 20 to 40% within the next 3 months. So there's a lot of great quality content right here. So really worth moving towards that particular community. The best of all, it is free of charge. Now let's jump straight into what's happening with lithium market. So as you see, yesterday on the 5th of December, we had a huge decline across the whole sector, across the board in the lithium sector, with the leading players falling and short trading activity increasing. And let's understand why. First of all, because there are still decline on the lithium prices on a weekly basis, and that's been happening since August this year. It hasn't stopped actually falling. In fact, it bounced 1 week, but then it broke out lower lows once again. Let me show you here right quickly. You can always take a look at what's happening with the lithium markets. The whole commodity market using trading economics is a free tool, and there's a lot of really nice information here if you trade in commodities. So just keep in mind, this is a good resource to look into it. So we go to the weekly chart. Here you go. See, there was a resistance, there was a breakout, and what happened is these stocks tend to fall. So people start selling because you know if the commodities start falling, then what we have is a shrink on profitability, and even the more speculative stocks, companies that could struggle to bring their project online because no longer become viable. We saw a lot of that happening with iron ore prices when we had the huge decline in iron ore last year, with companies even ceasing of producing because it was not longer viable to produce, so they put their production on hold. Now let's jump for the first stock. We're going to look into Pilbara, PLS. It's always my favorite lithium stock, and yesterday we had a huge decline on the share price, and today, as you can see here, it looks like we are having a reversal, okay? But if you look back, we also had this fake reversal here in September, Then you have another fake reversal. We had another fake reversal in October. Then fake reversal in end of October. And then today, big question is this going to in fact be a long-term reversal? And my answer is very clear. So looking to this, we normally, using our strategy, we seek for hypothetical support levels and resistances. And right here, what we had yesterday was an effective breakout of 350 support level for Pilbara Minerals, which is ASX leading lithium producer. The problem when that happens is we have increase of short trading activities. We have a lot of people taking stop losses. We took stop loss yesterday. Yes, we did. Just under 350. We had right there a stop loss. If that breakout happened, we would give up our position, make a small loss, and move on to another stock. So the problem when it breaks out, then it tends to seek for another support level. And I see another two support levels right here for Pilbara. If you look at the chart formation, we could see Pilbara, PLS, falling all the way to $2.50. And if that happens, then obviously, even buying now at 340 after the stock jumping 5% back on what could be a reversal, it could still revert into big losses right here. This is the next support level right there in purple. Okay, so this is the support level that it could comes down to. And there's another one right there at $2, okay, $2, then $3. So you gotta make sure if you're holding that it holds above, okay. So $3.40, then $3 would be another hypothetical support level, and then if it breaks out at $3, which it looks like it could, then can go all the way down to $2. That's the resume of this analysis. So just be careful. This is a highly shorted. The stock is actually number one short. About 20% of the company shares has been shorted. We've been chasing some potential reversals, but the problem is in order to sustain a reversal on the stock price, then we need lithium prices to rise, and we didn't see that. So doesn't matter if the technicals look appealing to buy, if the fundamentals are good as well, but if the macroeconomics, if the chemicals, lithium dioxide, lithium spodumene does not bounce, then it's likely that will keep falling further and further until we have effective stabilization of the price. So Goldman Sachs still forecasting a more pain ahead for 2024 and 2025 as well, as a result of a low demand and high supply. Obviously, it can change anytime, but at the moment things doesn't look that good. And we did take the stop loss once again as part of our strategy. Now, if it goes to $2, then think about how much money would have saved by taking the stop loss. So we used the technical analysis to set up our stop loss, and then obviously now the technicals are no longer favorable, then the fundamentals are degrading because lithium price is still falling. They're going to affect the margin of the company for the next 2 years, and then also obviously the macroeconomics. So three multidimensional facts put together to make this decision. So unfortunately there is a loss. Even if it goes up now, we're gonna leave for a while. For now, there's another sectors that are showing a much better chart formation, have much better fundamentals and macroeconomics as well, especially now heading to 2024, which we are likely to see a monetary easing in US and maybe even in Australia, who knows. Now let's jump to the other one, which is core lithium, CXO. So core lithium, also we took stop loss a little while ago, and I even put on a community that we had the stop loss done right here at the breakout of this hypothetical support line level. And then what happened, this stock kept falling. We had this 13% bounce today, but I'm not very confident unless we see a major bounce on lithium prices. Same story. If we don't see a major bounce on lithium prices, I don't think this so-called bullish engulfing reversal signal will have effect in a sustainable level to actually trigger a buyback opportunity for shareholders. I think this is still could have a more downside if the lithium prices keep on falling. Obviously, if all of a sudden the lithium prices bounce, then that's the time to jump on those stocks. The first signs of a potential bounce on lithium prices, but hasn't happened for a while, since October. The very small bounce we sold, as represented in this chart here, which didn't even took effect. So there was one in June, and there was now one in October. That could go still further down. Who knows? Now, the next one I want to take a look at is SAYONA Mining. SAYONA Mining is another stock that a lot of people love just because it's cheap. Okay, but as well as broke out the support. Obviously, we're not holding by the time this one, but broke out the support. We suggested everyone that was holding here to take a stop loss, and everyone that was holding here, which would have saved a lot of money by selling, even taking loss, and potentially even repositioning right now after this reversal. But again, I think this reversal is will be void if we don't see a bounce on the lithium prices. The key thing for all those lithium stocks that we are talking about right here now are the lithium prices need to bounce, unless they make a very huge discovery or anything like that. But then we're talking about explorer, not producers. You know what I mean? It's a completely different thing, and they are exactly the last two stocks that we're gonna be talking about. Two explorer that have good potential for a to outperform the lithium sector, even though the lithium sector is sort of under pressure at the moment. Now let's talk about ALLKEM Limited. This is another one that we took stop loss around $10 right here. I still have the $10 there. Yes, there were quite a few stop losses on our lithium positions, but what can we do? That's life. That's trading, but we're protecting now. We sold around just under $10. Now we can buy the same stocks. Let's say if you have 1,000 shares, you sell for $10, even though we are lost, and then you could buy now the same amount of shares for $8.40. Okay, you're saving yourself almost 1,500, which you can allocate and leave that as a I won't say profit, because you effectively potentially, if you took stop loss, you'd have to take about 5 to 10% profit generally, but essentially you would be able to buy the stock way cheaper, and that would offset the initial loss. So you always got to think about strategically and multi-dimensional in terms of what exactly how you can actually recoup some of the losses as well with the stop loss. But mostly important, when you should reposition at a much lower price with a same position that you have originally, but is spared another 1,500, 2,000, 300, or 3,000, even more, depending how many shares you're holding. So ALLKEM, for me, is still the same story of all the other producers that we looked at that before. I wouldn't be buying until we see lithium prices reversing again, or some talk from the analysts potentially changing the forecast, and that's what the market is looking. Unfortunately, most of the institutional investors are shorting lithium stocks still, even though we are trying to, we're chasing a potential short squeeze as a result of a what could have been a bounce on the lithium price. That never happened. We obviously, although we're positive, we go wrong, and then obviously that's why we have countermeasure, because in the market there is no guarantees. You always gotta be nimble on the stock market. Now let's talk about two stocks that I think it could outperform generally. Those they wanted me to talk about mineral resources. Let's talk about mineral resources. MIN. So this is a very good play. Oh no, MIN. Mineral Resources is a very good player as well. Here he is. It's not a breakout right just yet. The breakout happened that time. That was now trading at the hypothetical support level here. Obviously, if falls further from this support level of $60, then I would consider potentially could fall towards to 50s or even 40s, depending on. But I want to remind this: mineral resources, a majority of its production is iron ore exposure. So they produce iron ore. Lithium is a plus on that particular company, but because there, as long as iron ore price is up, then it could be some offset there. And strategically, if you want to have exposure to lithium still, but also have the security of having iron ore on the same exposure, then mineral resources is a very good choice, very good option to have the stock through, because as soon as lithium prices bounce, it could definitely have a positive impact on the mineral resources. But if it keeps falling further, then mineral resources could hold its share value much more than the other only lithium producers. Now let's move to another one. We're going to talk about WILDCAT, which is the ASX code is WC8, and the reason we're doing this is because these guys are explorers. They just at the early stage of exploration, and they are sitting into what could be 100 million tons project. That obviously this is still a speculative phase, a very speculative phase, but they are planning to size the project by middle of 2024, so within 6 months. And in between, what's going to happen is they're going to keep releasing results in the market. They have recently raised $100 million in capital, and also they have effectively raised that $100 million capital at $72 cents, which means the stock could well hold around this sort of level and fall a lot less than the others. If you see here, it has definitely outperformed most of the other lithium stocks. So that could be the one to look at if you don't want to have more exposure to lithium. Just take a look on this stock. We could see a potential bounce here if the company started releasing compelling results, very good high-grade intersections. That's what we need to look into when we are reading a exploration report, intersection drilling reports. Now, the last one is Arizona Lithium, which this ASX code is AZL. The thing with AZL is that they are looking to release the PFS for its newest project at some stage in December. So what happened is, as soon as they release the PFS, we can have an idea of the actual value of the project, and therefore institutional investors are able to price the stock accordingly, and that's when we have huge jumps on the stock price, or maybe even decline depending on the expectation of the market. But it's currently trading at 3.5 cents, and depending on the size of the project, it could doubled in no time. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, this is again a speculative trade. It's still falling. There's not much of sign of reversal right there, but I think anything around 3.5 cents, if the PFS result is compelling, that we could see a huge rally or just one day rally, sort of speaking, if lithium price keeps falling. But we could have this stock also, as well as WILDCAT, outperforming the whole sector. You see this fall here? You see how the volume decreases as well? This is very constructive because once we have further results, we could see further upside with higher volumes. You see these higher volumes right here on the upside. It shows that there is a lot of buying activity, buying interest on this particular stock. Okay, and that brings our video to the end. Hope you enjoy. Let us know what you think. Remember, anytime you trade in this market, you have to have stop loss and target. Sell the target, lock in profit, move to another position. That's what we do right here. And also, this is obviously not financial advice. This is our high risk stocks into a sector that are not set to outperform in 2024, not at least with the information that we have at the moment. So many other stocks, plenty of other sectors, and plenty of other stocks to choose from. Instead, lithium stocks for now. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.